Well, howdy folks, and welcome back. I'm finally getting around to all those questions you guys sent me for the 3,000 subscriber video. I really appreciate every single one of you subscribers, and I really appreciate all the interest you guys have in, you know, what's going on here with me and the channel. So let's start with one. Terminator Chris 26 asks, what made you want to play WAT B or PC? Well, I started with WAT PC, obviously, because it came out first. And I was, where was I? I was in Vancouver. I was going to an auto show, and a friend texts me, says, if you're not playing World of Tanks PC, you should be. So I got home from the auto show, and I just loaded it up, turned it on. I've been playing it ever since. Although now that I'm playing on Blitz and you know, that sort of thing, I don't play the PC near as much. I started out trying to make videos on the PC game, and it, you know, my hardware, PC hardware, is just not good enough to play the game and record it at the same time, unfortunately. So I kind of got discouraged there, and then I moved on to playing Blitz, and I thought, I wonder how I could record this and make videos from this. And so I did, and well, the rest is history, as they say. Just kind of carried on from there. Next question. Fishy Fing Monster Lyric Social Guy asks, strongest tank? Well, I think strongest tank is probably strictly by the numbers. I don't know. I kind of think of those as a tank with variables. You know, you've got armor, you've got firepower, you've got mobility. And those three things probably, and so the combination of those three things for each player is going to make them, there's going to be a different strongest tank for each player in the game, because their play style, how they like to play, is probably better suited by one tank over another, and there's no guarantee that one person can get into the same tank. Let's just say, for argument's sake, the mouse. Giant piece of armor, right? Not that mobile. Pretty good gun, but you know what I mean. They get killed a lot too, right? So, I mean, for some people that's the strongest tank, and for other people, well, it could be the T-62A, it could be the Tiger II. Oh yeah, could be, you know, E-75, something like that. Really hard to say. I think it's more of a personal choice of what the strongest tank actually is. Okay, so John C. Now he's asked, he talked about a few things here, but things I could do in the future, but one of the more specific that I can answer right here would be, how do you drive the Tiger II and Panther II in Tier 10 battles? I don't have the Panther II, so I can't speak to that exactly, but generally it may be similar. The Tiger II in a Tier 10 battle, you're not leading the charge. So you've got a great gun on the Tiger II though, so you can hang back your more beefier compadres, take some of those hits, and in the meantime you should be able to be drilling holes, extra holes in those guys that they're fighting. You're going to help them out, you're going to take their tracks off, you're going to damage anything you can, right? And then you're also watching the back door, because if they flank you guys while they're up front, you should be keeping an eye on the back door to make sure your buddies up front taking all those hits are safe. That's how I tend to drive when I'm low tier in any, I'm 2 tiers down in any battle. That's kind of where I kind of look to be. Okay, there you go. That's just kind of how I do it. Okay, and then so John C, you got some other things there that I'll look into. Right, okay. Drew Hoffbauer. Hey, it's Doff46. What is your favorite Tier 10 tank? I don't have any Tier 10 tanks yet. However, yeah, you know, it's hard to say. I haven't played one yet, so I don't think I can answer that truthfully. I'd be making something up. But his second question was, how were you inspired to do YouTube? Well, in all honesty, the first YouTuber that I paid any attention to more than a passing glance was the Mighty Jingles. You know, I liked the way he talked things in his video, and you know, sometimes I think he He's a little. I don't know. I keep a little more pro myself. I'm just maybe not quite as outlandish. Let's say he's not exactly outlandish, but you know, I try not to curse. That kind of stuff. Keep it pro. But I really liked his thorough videos. I liked the fact that I didn't care if they were 20 minutes or 45 minutes or whatever. I usually watched the whole darn video because he had good info and good battles, and yeah, and it was a great way to spend my lunch hour watching a video. You know, and it was comfy. So yeah, it was Jingles that really got me thinking about it, and I finally fell into some equipment and stuff, and you know, and playing the game that I figured I could make some videos about, and I couldn't find too many on Blitz either. I thought, well, why not try it out, see what happens. Yeah, so that's basically it. Zach RC asks, hey Hubert, how did you come up with your name? Also, thanks for making awesome videos. Well, thanks very much, Zach. I'm glad you liked the videos. How did I come up with my name? It's a long story. Well, it's not that long. I'll make it short. Many years ago, I was still working at credit union where I work now. We're getting a new banking system. We had a bunch of trainers come in from the company who'd be providing the banking system, and so it was my group's turn to go in the training room. And unfortunately for the lady who was our trainer, she was, we'll say, generously proportioned on the hindquarters. And so when she told us to create, you know, our own user in the fake banking system, just the training system, I couldn't help it. I had to put Hugh Jass. So yes, forever after. I am even Hugh Jass on the phone system at work. I have had Hugh Jass on my bank cards before. That's what you get when you let a techie guy make his own bank card, right? You get Hugh Jass on it. But that is where I came up with my name. And then, you know, I've seen The Simpsons where he's like, can you look in the bathroom for a Hugh Jass? Well, that just made me laugh my brains out. So, I mean, it's just all been pretty darn funny. Well, that's it. That's where I got it from. Let's see here. Characters appears to be, could be Chinese, Cantonese. I don't know the language, but I think it might be Victor Feng who sent the message. Jass, question, will you get the ISU or the KV4? I will eventually. I'll have all of the tanks eventually, but both of those are going to be a little ways off, I think. I'm approaching the ability to get the KV3, so you know how long this might take me, because I'm kind of running down all the lines, so yeah, not really focused on one. Could be a bit. Okay, War Heroes. 3 questions. If you have the Shinobi, what do you think of it? I don't have the Shinobi. I really thought about getting it. I like the paint job. It's got a pretty effective gun, and some people are doing really well with it. I like the red wheels, kind of like the old Hot Wheels cars, yeah, red wheels on it. Yeah, I might be dating myself there a bit. Yeah, so I don't have it, so I can't really say what I think about it. And will you ever go down the mouse line? Absolutely, I will be going down the mouse line. You betcha. I'm kind of, like I say, I'm working down all the lines. And why wouldn't I? I mean, every tank is a video, and I like making videos, so it makes sense for me to go down all the lines. Will you do a review on E75 and show more solo play? Absolutely, I will. I'm just trying to grind through and get it pretty upgraded. You know, get it to a point where it's can really stand on its own. You know, as well as I can play the Tiger 2, I'd like to be able to play the E75, and then I'll do some videos. And that's coming, because I play it every day, so it's getting better. Die Sturmgeschütz. Okay, what's your favorite tank in each tier, and what's the worst tank in each tier, in your opinion? Remember to include tiers 1 to 10. Tier 1. I like the American. Well, here, let's get this Jazz open here. I can't remember all these tanks off the top of my head. Yes, iPad. Read my thumb, please. Okay. Bingo bango. So, Der Tekken Tier 1, I believe it is the American that I like, because you can really crank that thing up. The T1. Yeah, I think that's a great tank. I enjoyed playing that tank. You can, when you max that thing out and you've got a good crew in there and that sort of thing with, well, at least, you know, in PC you can add all these crew skills, and I guess in Blitz you can too. You're slowly building more crew skills it adds, but it's a pretty fearsome Tier 1, I think, when it's done. Alright, Tier 2. Tier 2 is nothing that I find super inspiring in Tier 2s overall. Well, let's just see here. Well, the Russian, you know, the BT2 and the T26, they are pretty mobile, pretty fun actually. But now when we get into the German, the Panzer II. The Panzer II you can do a lot with, especially if you are not new to the game and you take a Panzer II and go fight with all those people who are new to the game, you know, they call it seal clubbing, and for a reason, because it's really not fair. And the Panzer II is a great tank for doing that. So I'm going to say Tier 2, Panzer II, best tank. I think I'll have to go back and do the worst ones. And it's really hard for me to pick worst tanks, because there's not very many tanks that I don't like. I find just about all of them quite capable. If you can play to their strengths, you can do well. So I'll struggle with that, but we'll work on it. The American Tier 2. Yeah. Now, the people like the T-18 at Tier 2 for the Americans. A lot of armor, derp gun. For myself, it's just not my playstyle, so it's not my favorite tank. Okay, let's look into the Tier 3. Americans again, T-82. A lot of people like that with a derp. Not my playstyle, not my favorite. M2 medium, no. Tier 3. The Marder 2 for the Germans, not a bad tank. Panzer 4A and Panzer 3AA for the Germans. I'm going to pick one overall, not to worry. BT7, fast tank for sure. T46, fast tank. The Brits, there's nothing at Tier 3 that really excites me about the Brits. I think I'm going to have to go with the German Panzer 3A at Tier 3, and it is very fast. Not really durable, but durable and a good enough gun. Durable enough, but super speedy, and man, I've seen some people do some wicked stuff in that tank. So for Tier 3, it's going to be Panzer 3A. Alright, Tier 4. Oh, Tier 4. I mean, there's some good tanks out there. Panzer 4D is a great tank. Tier 4 on the American side. The Lee is a good tank if you play it properly. The Ruskies. What do we got here? A20 is actually, and T28. They're too fragile for me, but they have strong mobility and good, decent guns. Yeah. Now the Covenanter is pretty good, but you know what? I think I'm going to have to go with the Matilda for my favorite Tier 4 tank. The only thing that really stand up to the Matilda is the Panzer 4D. I find was pretty good at it. I like the 4D, but I do like the Matilda. It is my favorite Tier 4. All right, Tier 5. Now we're starting to get into some interesting jazz here. Tier 5, we have a Crusader. Not my favorite tank. I don't know why, but I did way better in the Covenanter than I do in the Crusader. I don't know. Maybe it's a similar tank, but a tier up, facing harder opponents. Who knows? Churchill 1. Pretty good. Pretty good Tier 5 heavy. Not too bad at all. Churchill 1. AT2. My God, 200 millimeters up front. Pretty impressive. I think the only letdown on that tank is the gun, and even then, it's not that bad. Ruskies. Okay, you got the... Well, we're not talking about premiums. I guess we could. Churchill 3 is a pretty good tank. SU-85 is a decent... T-34. KV-1. KV-1. KV-1 is a pretty darn good tank in its tier, gotta say. Tier 5 for the Germans. Stug, it's alright. On PC, Stug is one of my most favorite tanks. But here in Blitz, not so much. Panzer 4. I've struggled with the Panzer 4. 3001H. Nah, barely adequate in my mind. Panzer 3-4 is a good tank for the Germans at Tier 5. Oh, great. Well, Panzer 3-4. Tier 5, we've got the T-49. A very unbalanced vehicle, but fun to play. So fast. Decent gun. Wolverine, never played it. Can't really speak to it. M4 Sherman is a very good Tier 5 medium tank. Very good. You got the M4, you got the Panzer 3-4, you got the T-34 Russian. The KV-1 Russian. Wow, it is really hard to pick a Tier 5. I think if I have to, I'm going to go... Let's have a quick review. Panzer 3-4. T-34, KV-1. And Churchill 1. Churchill 1. I'm going to have to go with KV-1 for the Russians. Tier 5. Oh, and the Americans, they have the T1 Heavy. That is also a good tank. I'm still going to go with the KV-1, though. I think it has a slightly better armor than the T1. T1's good, though. As a Tier 5 Heavy, very good. Totally outclasses anything the Germans have. They don't have anything good for Tier 5. Okay, Tier 6. Tier 6. Let's start at the top of the list here. And the Brits. Well, we've got the AT-8, another awesome tank destroyer. Churchill gun carrier. Never played it, but it is universally considered vile as far as I can tell. Churchill 7 is a good tank. Tough tank. Pretty slow. It's kind of unbalanced. The Cromwell. Gotta be one of my favorite tanks ever is the Cromwell. It's so awesome. Now let's check the Ruskies out at tier 6. KV2. Not my favorite tank. A very unbalanced weapon, but really fun to play when it works. KV1S is a good tank. Enjoy that tank very much. SU100, yeah, you know, not too bad. T3485, a very good balanced tier 6 medium. Well, you did ask me my favorite. Yes, my favorite. Okay. We're still riding the Cromwell at the moment. Let's keep looking in tier 6. 3601, H3002, M3001D. Ninja 4, nope. Cromwell still winning. Hellcat, Jackson, Easy 8. Good tank. Very good tank. M6. God, I hated that tank until about a week before I sold it. And then I was winning every battle I went in with it. Not sure what I learned and figured out how to drive, but I did not like it. Sorry guys, tier 6 is the Cromwell. Has to be the Cromwell. Fantastic tank. Tier 7. This is taking a little while. I'm trying to go as quick as I can on this one, guys. Tier 7. I'm still in the Yankee list here. T25AT, 25-2, the T20, the T29. Ooh, T29. Okay, that's my American pick. Tier... Oh, sorry. Tiger 1. I'm going to tell you right now it's going to be Tiger 1. That's my favorite tank. But let's just try and be objective a little bit. Nah, I don't think I'm going to be able to be. KV3, I don't have it yet. It's on my list. I'm just about ready to research it. IS is a good tank. It's no Tiger 1, but it's a good tank. KV13, I played it on PC. Very good tier 7 medium. T43, played that on PC. Very, very good tier 7 medium. But hey, it's about my favorites in tier 7, hands down. Okay, let's look at the Brits. Comet. Wow, it's a toss-up for me between... Not a toss-up. Tiger 1 still wins, but I'll tell you what, if I had to pick really for... If I couldn't pick the Tiger, I'd pick the Comet. Fantastic. Tier 7. Wow, we're up to tier 8, thank goodness. There's those British tank destroyers. I can't even think about them. They're a pain in the butt. From the front, they're just killer. Carnarvon, never played it. Centurion 1, never played it. I have researched the Centurion, though. It's coming. I don't hear many good things about Centurion 1. People seem to hate it universally, and they don't really like Carnarvon that much either. I think they're not playing it to their strengths, but that's as much as I could say because I've never played them either. Tier 8 Ruskies. ISU 152 is a pretty effective weapon. T44, an excellent tank. There's no getting away from it. Fully upgraded and everything. Fantastic tank. IS3. I think IS3 used to be a lot better in Blitz, but you know, I don't think I'd worry too hard if I had to fight one in my Tiger. In fact, I don't. IS3 is not that good anymore. It's pretty easy to pin. Don't be shooting at the turret, of course, but ooh, and then there's KV4. KV4, big tough nut, very hard to crack. It's not my favorite though. And then we come down to the German tanks. I mean, we got the Luva. I love that tank. I think it's fantastic. I hear a lot of people hate it, but I love it. I do well in it. And the Tiger 2. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now it's going to be the Tiger 2 for Tier 8. Absolutely. Tier 7 was definitely the Tiger 1. Tier 8, my pick is the Tiger 2. Tier 9. Yag Tiger. Never played the Yag Tiger. The real Tier 9 Yag Tiger. Can't speak to it. 4502B. I understand people hate that quite a bit. I only have one Tier 9, and that is the E75. And, oh, that's going to be great. That's going to be Tiger 2 all over, but better. I'm pretty sure. The E50 I have played a fair amount. Not that I own one in here, but I've played it. And that's a good tank. I'm looking forward to that. Leopard PTA. The gun, I think, lets you down on there. Because it doesn't have any armor, you got to at least have a good gun. You can't just be driving fast everywhere, right? And hope to win. How about our American friends here at Tier 9? T30. Not too impressed with that. T95. Hate that thing. Damn, that thing's caused me a lot of problems. And the Patton. Well, I understand that the Patton's a fairly decent tank. There's nothing there that really excites me. I can honestly say that. Our Russian friends at Tier 9. The T54 is an excellent tank. Played it a bit. Don't own it, but I played it like on my test server stuff. Fool around with it. IS-8. Never played it, but I understand it's, yeah. I think people don't play it to its proper strengths, but then maybe they expect too much out of it. But it's not, I hear it's not that great. So nothing really there to inspire me. England, Tier 9. Conqueror, never played. The Tortoise, I hear, is fantastic. Centurion 7-1 seems to be loved by many, many people. I can't speak anywhere other than the German E75, though, because it's the only Tier 9 I really have. Having played some others, but I think E75 is just going to be another tiger for me. It's going to be fantastic, so I'm going to go that route. Tier 10. The FE215B 183. Now, I played that quite a bit on the test things. I consider it to be really, it's a kind of clumsy like a KV2, though not as clumsy as a KV2. I think certainly has potential played properly. I mean, it dishes out damage like holy cow, nobody's business. What are you going to do with that thing? Now, I hear that the FV4202 is a really fantastic tank. Can't speak to it. Haven't played it. Tier 10 for the Ruskies. You know, it seems to come down to T62As or Object 140s. This is what I see people playing the most. Or the IS-7. I see that out there quite a bit. IS-4. Another good tank, as far as I know. I can't say, though. Yeah, I can't really say Tier 10s. I could probably tell you which one I'm looking forward to the most at Tier 10. And Tier 10, I understand the patent at Tier 10 is fantastic. I'm looking forward to that one. I am looking forward to the E50M and the Leopard one at Tier 10. And for the Ruskies, it's either going to be T62A or Object 140, I think. Those will be what I'm looking forward to the most. And for the Brits at Tier 10, it's going to be FV4202. As for what do I think is the worst tank in each tier, Die Strungeschutz, I don't think I can pick one because... Oh god, is there something I really didn't like driving? Like really? Not much in the Brits. Oh, you know what I really don't like? Really? It's this SU-76. It's just not good enough. That's only Tier 3 Russian. That thing just, it bothers me. It bothers me so much I'm having trouble getting motivated to play it to get past it. Germans. Always been a German military equipment fan. I think the DW2 Tier 4, you got to be pretty careful to play that. That's not my favorite tank, really at all. That would be the German one I don't like. Americans. I don't really think much of T-18s, T-82s, or T-40s, or that M8A1. T-49 is the first American tank destroyer that I've actually come to like. Anything else I haven't liked so far? I haven't gotten too far with them. I think that'd be it for them. So yeah, I can't say I'd ever want to see them out of the game, but they're certainly not my favorites. Okay. Deadpool 2 asks, what would you do if Wargaming gave you a special tank of any kind at Tier 10? What would I do? Well, I'd jump up and down. I'd probably giggle like a little schoolgirl, and I would thank them profusely, and then I would take it out and shoot the crap out of everybody I ran into, or do my best to do so. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Now, if it's a special, I'm not sure you didn't mean a special Hughbert Jass tank. I mean, that'd be really cool. I'd be honored and flattered all to heck, but all to heck, that would just be amazing. But yeah. Either of those scenarios would be pretty fantastic. Fishy Fing, Monster Lyrics Social Guy. Yeah, nope, I haven't talked about him. Oh, yes, we did. He asked Strongest Tank. I must have had that in twice. I did. I missed that. Okay, we talked about Strongest Tank. Christian Opasek. That's the best I can do there. Sorry, buddy. Are you going to go in the Japanese line? Because I'm not. They have no armor. But they have a good gun. What do you think? Well, I'm going to go down the Japanese line, absolutely. Not having a lot of armor doesn't worry me. As long as you've got mobility. If you can balance the armor against the mobility, then I'm okay. And they do have a decent gun. And yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely going down the Japanese line. It's going to be fun when it comes out. All we have is the Shinobi right now. But Jose Ramolina. I want to play with you in a Big Bamboo platoon. And great job that you get that many subs. My question is, how old are you and where do you live? I am 46 years old. I live in the South Okanagan Valley in British Columbia, Canada. I don't want to be too much more specific than that. Where I live, I've got, family and everything, and you never know who you're meeting on the internet. Anyone could watch this video, right? So that's about as far as I want to go, but thank you very much for the question. Now, Hog de Volk, would you like, just as on the PC, 15 versus 15 battles and or clan battles? Clan battles, yes, absolutely. Let's get something you know, purposeful to do with our clans besides count-ins and just sitting around having a good time. So now 15 versus 15. I don't think the maps, some of the maps are not really suited to that many tanks. You constantly spot it. You know, they're just not big enough, I don't think. I think it might be too crowded and too much mayhem because of the size of the maps for 15. I think it'd be really interesting to try 10 on each side. 3 more tanks, and you know, some of the maps could support that pretty well. Okay. Shugen Kita. What are you gonna do if you hit 1 million subscribers? If I hit 1 million subscribers? Wow. I don't know. I'll probably pass right out. 1 million subscribers. Even the Mighty Jingles, I don't think he doesn't even have 500,000. And, you know, and he gets a lot of subscribers every day. I think right now I can pretty much count on from 6 to 10 new subscribers a day, which I think is absolutely amazing and fantastic. Wow, how do you guys find my videos? I guess you're looking for Blitz videos and you find them and you like them, and I really appreciate that. But if I hit 1 million subscribers, well, I wouldn't be going to my regular job anymore. That's for darn sure. I think I could probably afford to live off the meager droppings that YouTube gives to their video people. Yeah, you got to be pretty big to make some money at it. All right, Vanessa Jensen. Question: what improvements would you add if you could to the clans and platoons? Being realistic, we know we can't have the same as what? Well, we can have a lot of similar things as World of Tanks PC. For platoons, my biggest thing is when someone puts a platoon request into me, because I do Platoon Sunday events, I really want it to be, I want the platoon requesters to show up in the order they made their request. Not, did you know that right now it is ordered based on player ID number? How does that even match up to anything? It doesn't. So, I mean, playing on your player ID numbers where you appear in the order of that list, which is completely asinine. That's what happens when programmers make things without asking users about things, I think. Yes, please change that, Wargaming, so that it shows up in the order that the request was made. I mean, that would work good for everybody if they do that. And what do we have else here? Yes, Clan Wars, man. I can't wait for Clan Wars. I think that's going to be fun. It'll really give us something to do in the clans. Okay. Bronson Baron. Hi, Hugh, long-time supporter. I think I was your 2nd or 3rd subscriber. That's true. Bronson, I remember, because, well, yeah, you know, I check every single name that subscribes to me. I read every little note that comes. I check their own channel, see if they got videos, what they do. But I remember Bronson. Yep, Bronson was there. He was like the 2nd or 3rd subscriber, and have seen your channel and content grow and grow. Now my question: Type 59 giveaway? He's just joking. And we don't have Type 59s in Blitz. And yeah. Well, if we ever do get a Type 59, that might be a pretty nice giveaway. Okay. And my second question: how does it feel to have over 3,000 random blokes from around the world watching you? Well, it feels pretty amazing. I find it astounding, actually, that there's that many people who like what I do. It really makes you feel kind of good. Pardon me. And lastly, any merchandise on the way? I looked at a place called Cafe Press, and I want to make some Hughbert Jass Gaming t-shirts with the words, the tank, and maybe some of that camera flare that I have for the at the beginning of every video kind of thing. Some of that on a black t-shirt, of course. I think that would look great in the green. Oh yeah, it'd look pretty cool. Some stuff like that. I want to do that. A lot of the places I've looked, though, it's really expensive. You know, I'm trying to find a place that can make a good t-shirt for a half decent price, so it's not too expensive. I mean, I'm not going to make much money on a t-shirt. I don't really care about that, but I think it'd be really cool. I'd like to have my own Hughbert Jass Gaming t-shirt, but I don't want to spend 40 bucks on it. I think that's ridiculous. 18, 20 bucks? Yeah, I'd buy one. I'd buy any shirt that I wanted for 18 or $20. Not so bad. At 18 or $20, I could afford to give the odd one away once in a while as well. So, we'll see about that. I am looking into that for sure. Okay. What do we got now? Hiraki Play. What started your interest in making videos of Blitz, and what interests you in playing the game? Well, I think I kind of answered that in a previous one, but videos for Blitz, it was you know, I was really casting around for something creative to do, and you know, I do a lot of writing and things like that as well. But this, I got the iPad and I started playing Blitz because I was a beta tester. I thought, oh, that'd be cool because I was already playing World of Tanks PC, and I randomly found this. That there was some software I could run on my PC that would pretend to be Apple AirPlay target, so it would mirror and record what I was doing on the screen. And I thought, oh, I could play games on my iPad, specifically this tank game, and make a video. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And then I thought, commentary. Do I really want to do commentary? Can I do commentary? Takes a little while to get comfy with it, but hey, if that's holding any of you back thinking about the commentary, don't worry about it. The more you do it, the easier it gets, right? You're just talking to friends here, so don't worry about it. Anybody who's stupid enough to hate and, you know, write bad, stupid things about you, well, whatever. They don't need to watch. Turn the channel, buddy. But yeah, hope I answered that question without rambling too much. Ballistic Blizzard plays IS4 or IS7. Sadly, I cannot speak to either, because I've never played them. So I'm sure they're both tough as nails, but I've never played them. So I can't really say. Sorry about that. Jeremiah Powers, where can I send you replays for subscriber replays? That's an excellent question, because I enjoy when you guys send me replays. So you can, now for replays, you gotta record the footage for what PC. I can't record it. I don't have a good enough PC right now. But if you record it, you can send that video file. If you have your own YouTube channel, well, you have an account, right? You can upload there and make it unlisted if you want, and then just send me the link to that. Once I have the link, I can use another service to download a copy of your video. If you use Google Drive, get a hold of me, private message me, Gmail me, something like that. We can set up, I can open up the Google Drive, you can load it up there. But if you're on YouTube already, then maybe it's, and you recorded your footage, maybe just jump it on your own channel, like I say, and let me make it unlisted, and then give me the link, and I'll download it and deal with it from there. That might be the easiest. Okay. Will you be doing a Google Play and iTunes gift card giveaway? Probably not. Probably not. You know what? Making YouTube videos is not a very lucrative thing. You gotta like to do it. Until you get massive amounts of subscribers and views. You know, I have 3,000 subscribers, but my videos probably, it takes a long time to even get to 1,000 views. So where you make more money on YouTube videos, as far as I can tell, is when you get more views in the shorter period of time. They start to attach more expensive advertising. You make more in that video. But yeah, like I say, I mean, I have 3,000 subscribers, but you know, most of the time I'm maybe 400 to 800 views on a video, and then very slowly after that it keeps creeping up. So hey, when I put out a video, have a look, guys. What are you guys doing all that time? I understand though, no, believe me, I mean, I'm subscribed to many channels and I don't watch every video they put out either. I totally get it, no worries. Do you have an EU account and do you ever use it? That was Tim Smith. And Tim Smith, yes, I do have an EU account and I don't use it that much. I'm trying, I think I'm up to tier 3 on the German side. But you know, I've got a fairly beefy NA account. I've got a getting there kind of Asia account, and it takes, you know how much time it takes to grind your tank line. So try and putting that over 2 or 3 or, you know, maybe even 4 accounts if you had one in the RU as well. There just isn't enough time in the day for me to be a normal person and enjoy some video games and make videos and you know, everything else. So anything that happens on my EU account, I think for now is going to be a fairly gradual progression. If there was enough demand for EU players wanting a live stream for EU players on the EU server, I would consider picking up a few premium tanks possibly just to have a little smattering of things that we can play. But other than that, yeah, it's going to take a while for me to get up there. Okay. The Game Player. This is a very nice comment. He says, "You are the jingles of Blitz." That's awesome. I can't tell you how nice that sounds. Thanks very much there, Game Player. Pierre Acol. What are you planning to do in the near future? Well, in the near future, just have a quick look here in my iPad, and I can have a look at what I'm going to be doing. I am going to have videos on the, let's see, let's just start at one end to the other. The Fury, my old friend. I like to do something anyway. So there's the T14. There is going to be a video on the T14. Moving along here, many tanks in progression. Going to be another Tiger Tails video coming up. some point. E75 in a little while, not right away. Got to do some more build up, as I explained earlier. Jagdpanzer IV. There is going to be a video on that. T150. There's going to be a video on that. I quite like that tank at Tier 6 actually. And we're getting now up into our British friends. And when I get the Centurion 1, there will be a video on that. I do intend to keep doing the streams. You know, they're lots of fun. I think you guys like them. I like them. They're a good time. We'll be looking into some sort of t-shirt type of design, something that can be done at a very reasonable price. We don't want, not a crap product, but I certainly don't need a $40 t-shirt. I think that's ridiculous. Yeah, in the very immediate future, probably, you know, that's probably a few weeks worth of stuff. And of course, if Wargaming wants me to make any more videos for them, I will make some videos for them as well and get them in there, because they always have a deadline for theirs, so everything else gets bumped. But I will certainly do more of that stuff with them too. Okay. Yaha. J-A-S-C-H-A. Yaha. Bischoff. Congrats and thank you, Yaha. Got a few questions if you don't mind. Alright, question number 1. What are your thoughts on the E100 and the mouse? Well, having not played them, my thoughts are going to be kind of limited. But if I were to look into the tech tree and examine the E100 briefly here. Hello, sir. It's the next one after E75. I am going to go there and get it. Check that tier 10 gun. It does not fire very much, or very often, I mean. It only has 235 millimeters of armor penetration. Not very good. Heat, 334. Yeah, now you're talking. Pretty expensive stuff. Armor piercing damage, 640. Not bad. Not bad. Same with the heat. High explosive, were you to be lucky enough to penetrate, that will do 960 points of damage. That's pretty cool. But at tier 10, you know, whatever. You're not penetrating any other tier 10 with that. Well, the Leopard maybe. Stuff like this. Aim time 2.9. Nothing special there. What's our armor profile look like? The turret. Turret front 250, 150, and 150. It's pretty good. They are fairly slab-sided sides, so I would want my turret angled from known shooters. Hull in the front 200. Not bad. It's got a fairly decent slope on it too. And the sides 120. So you should be able to side scrape there. Maybe not against the best tier 10 guns, but you should be able to get some side scraping done. Certainly against tier 8s and some tier 9s, eh? The rear 150. Well, it's going to be flat on to people most of the time, so 150 may or may not help you out, but 150 is not bad. And going back, if we look at the mouse, this is a whopper of a vehicle. It has a 128 centimeter L55. Hull armor 225. Yeah, it's got way better armor than the E100. Turret armor is better than the E100. This thing is a brick. My God, fires faster than the E100. Armor piercing 246. APCR 311. 460 damage. I think they're fairly comparable. Let's look at maneuverabilities. Yikes, traverse speeds. Awful. Certainly not getting into a knife fight with that thing. 2.9 second aiming time. Yeah. Dispersion 0.38. Not that great. So let's quickly go back to the E100 and check his couple of those items. 2.9, 0.38. Not that awesome. And traverse speeds. The traverse is turret traverse. Hull traverse a little better than most. Turret traverse both the same. So I think they're fairly similar. I think the extra armor on the mouse tells the tale and probably makes it be able to take a little bit better of a beating than the E100. That'd be about it. I'm definitely getting them. Question number 2 from Yaha Bischoff. What do you think? How is WAP-B going to develop in the future? Let's say in the next 6 to 12 months. What will be added? How big and popular will the game get? I think the game is only going to get larger and more popular as a fan base and a player base grows. What's your most favorite tank, apart from both Tigers? This guy watches my stuff. And what's your most hated tank? Oh, we already talked about this a little bit, didn't we? Or something. Yeah, well, apart from the Tigers, my favorite tank's going to be the Comet. Absolutely. That is a wickedly awesome tank. I love it. And I haven't played the Panther or Panther 2 in this in Blitz yet. Getting there. Love them on the PC. But I'd have to say that the Comet and right now, so far, the Luva. My two favorite tanks besides the Tigers. I'm sure E75 is going to hop in one of those spots as well once I get it fully upgraded and fully confident at playing it. I mean, just for fun, I like the KV2 is fun. It's not practical, it's fun. Even the TOG's fun. Although I find I've been getting, haven't had too many good games in the TOG lately. Getting mostly blasted. If you're low tier, you're in trouble. If you're in a KV2, you're in trouble. Okay. Well, that pretty much takes care of that. Blitz with Azza. That's his YouTube name. He is the mental gamer on the Asia server. And he asks, on the Asia server, you have the Covenanter. Do you plan on grinding the FV4202? I have it, and it's amazing. Also, congratulations on 3,000 subscribers. Thanks very much, Mental Gamer. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going down the line. FV4202. I will be. I'll be doing it on the NA server and the Asia server. I think that tank is supposed to be pretty darn good, and you seem to like it. So yeah, I will be going there. Okay, thank you for the question. Now, DGM 2006. I missed the Battle Supremacy videos. Do you plan to do more? I do plan to do more Battle Supremacy videos, in fact. You know, a lot of people say, you know, it's a poor man's Blitz or what have you, but it's a fun game. I don't care if it's a little arcadey or not. It's still a fun game. So yeah, I will be doing more Battle Supremacy videos. You can bet on it. NTWH Gaming. How long do you think it will be before you start to lose interest in Blitz? I don't think I'm ever going to lose interest in Blitz because it's too much fun. I have a lot of tanks to go before I even get near the end, and I'm looking forward to them playing them enough that no, I'm not going to lose interest in Blitz. Nor am I going to lose interest in tanks PC and World of Warships. Really liking World of Warships. Again, my PC's not good enough to make any videos or play it on high graphics. So one of these days when I get a new gaming PC, there will be videos on these things as well. Yes. Okay. What do we got here? Wow. That's it. That's all the questions. All right, guys. Awesome. Thanks very much for sticking around. This is probably getting to be a long video. How long have I been recording? 41 minutes. Good God. Okay. Well, thanks very much. Thank you to every single subscriber I have. I think we're showing... I can just have a quick peek here right now. Well, I got you on the phone. Dun, dun, dun. 3,072. So there you go. We're on our steady climb. I noticed Bushka and Ruckus are really blasting forward. People are flocking to their channels. Hey, that's good. And my channel's always been kind of, you know, just steady. It just keeps going. So I'm just happy with where it is. I think it's great. So thank you guys very much. And I hope you enjoyed the video and everything. Okay, ciao for now.